So it's a new year. This is literally 2026. And I just need to say this to you, okay? Even if it might make you uncomfortable, which I don't know why it's gonna do that, but whatever. You are absolutely 100% definitely allowed to change yourself. You hear that? This is definitely something you have heard before, and you feel like you know this, but the amount of people that don't actually change when they decide to change, it's literally alarming. Y'all are scared of the people who are going to say, you've changed, and you're scared of the people who mock people who make New Year's resolution. Girl, you are allowed to change. In fact, you should change. I 100% support you changing. And I'm going to explain why I say this in this video. You may have heard this before, like I said, but you haven't heard it explained the way I'm going to explain it to you. So stick around, because this might be exactly what you needed to hear this week. Okay? I'm Bella Sage, the Bimbo Sage. You can call me Belle. Welcome to my channel. This is the home of the Rebel Sages, by the way, so.
Happy New Year! This is the first video I'm making this year, so happy 2026. I'm literally excited for this year. You know why? Because I've been hearing so many things about this year. People are like, abundance, you will unlock a new chapter of your life. This year you will run and not crawl. You will learn how to fly. And I'm like, wow. Okay.
Let's get into the video. So I was saying, if there's something about you that you're tired of, be it a habit, a mindset, a version of yourself that you've outgrown, wanting to change it does not mean that you're fake. It literally means that you're paying attention. At least you can notice that you've outgrown something, whereas most people can't. And a lot of people stay stuck because they're afraid of what others will think. I understand that fear deeply because I lived most of my life like that. I was so scared of hearing, you've changed. I didn't understand that it was literally just an observation as long as the change is intentional. As long as the change is intentional, all they're doing is making an observation. So for years, I was constantly worried about how I was perceived, how people saw me, what they might say about me when I wasn't there. And I lived with depression for a long time because of it. What changed my life was not a sudden burst of confidence or whatever. It was my environment, okay? It was being around people who were kind, supportive, and safe. One day, I noticed the self-sabotaging thoughts. They weren't there anymore. They just weren't. That's when I realized, wait, the people whose opinions I feared so much, they weren't taking care of me. They weren't feeding me. They weren't supporting my mental health. They were not sending me pocket money for college. They weren't ensuring that I was okay. They literally were not actually in my life. They were just watching, observing, forming opinions. And once that clicked, something shifted inside of me. It's like, you literally don't take care of me. Why should I care? Why? Because here's the uncomfortable truth. People don't care as much as you think they do. They don't. If someone truly cared about you, like cared, they would actively be involved in your life. They would show up. They would help. They would care about your well-being, not just your image or your presentation, okay? So most people are spectators. Even when something serious happens, like even when someone dies, what shocks people is not always because, is not deep care or hurt for the deceased or something. It's not like they loved the person so much. No, it's always the reminder that life is fragile, that anything can end suddenly. And then they move on because they're alive and life goes on. The living literally always forget the dead. So if that's the case and you know this, why are you shaping your life around the comfort of people who aren't even responsible for it? True freedom is not looking perfect. It's not being liked. It's not saying the same just so you don't make others uncomfortable. It's not avoiding those words you've changed. No. True freedom is waking up and realizing, this is my life, my body, my choices, my face, my timeline. So if you're rebranding this year, good. If you're changing, good. If you're finally choosing yourself, even better. 2026 is not about becoming someone else. It's about becoming free. And freedom starts the moment you stop letting opinions run a life that they don't take care of. Change for you. Anyway, that's all I have to say. So thank you so much for watching. Because I intend to change your mindset one video at a time. Since I stopped caring about people's opinions, I literally don't give a single F anymore. I just don't care. And I want to teach you how to not care. If you're interested in that, do subscribe, hit the bell notification, and I'll see you in my next video.